I am really excited about the market this weekend. This is our third year farming, and in the last 2 years, this weekend has been an excellent sales day for us. People are buying lots of food. Normally, people only buy food that doesn't need to be cooked. But for Thanksgiving dinner, people are buying those things that don't always sell as good. So I'm thinking lots of food sales. And, who doesn't want a beautiful bouquet on their table for their Thanksgiving feast? So I'm crossing my fingers. We're going to have at least $1,500. I don't see any reason why not to. And I'm probably going to send Ian down with almost $2,000 worth of product to the market. So best market ever is the goal. There has been frost in the forecast. So we have been preparing the farm. For that, we've done stuff like set up these low tunnels. Underneath here, we have an entire bed of Swiss chard. It, doesn't really like the frost. So we put up this tunnel, makes it so it can survive those cooler temperatures and get us, at least another month. But there's only so much protecting that we can really do here on the farm. Last night, the temperature got down to -3. And so first frost, we had a lot of stuff that ended up getting killed, getting dead. Like behind me, all my zinnias, they're completely done for the season. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour of everything that died for me in the frost last night. All my zucchini got hit super hard, completely dead here, which, is fine. They haven't been liking the cooler nights, so they'd really slowed down. And I knew the end was coming. It's always sad for that first frost. Zucchinis, they're one of my favorites. I'm sad to see them go, and I'll be excited to have them return next year. My pepper plants here, they're also very sad. They look pretty green right now, but completely frosted. These leaves are all completely killed, and by tomorrow they're gonna be pretty brown and pretty mushy. My tomatoes and my cucumbers are also looking really sad. The frost wasn't a surprise, so I'm not too upset about this. We have been working on taking all the tomatoes, including the green tomatoes, out of the greenhouse, and the cucumbers had been almost finished for the season anyways, so no tears for this looking as sad as it currently looks. But I also have some surprises. Frost is so weird how it can hit some areas and miss others. Nasturtiums are probably one of the most frost-sensitive things that we grow here on the farm, and for some reason, these nasturtiums are completely fine. So this must have been a warm patch. I don't know how that works. This patch of zinnias here, they didn't get touched at all. So, I still have another day at least of these zinnias surviving. I have a few happy surprises, but most of my flowers are dead. Most of my flowers are gone, which would have me really sad because I'm expecting to sell so many this weekend. But luckily, we picked them all yesterday. We have lots of stuff that we've picked out of the farm, got it hung up to dry so that we'll have it to use as dried flowers. The last of my amaranth and this cinnamon basil dries really good. But guys, I gotta warn you, don't be jealous because you're gonna want to be when you see how good it looks in here. Because look at this! Look at this room of flowers. This is like the ultimate in decadence for the flowers. I don't think we've ever had the flower room this full. It is like, there is a lot of flowers in here. I have to soak up every last second of it because this is the end of fresh flowers. This is all that I'm gonna get to play with in 2021. No fresh flowers until 2022. Here is all the green tomatoes that we have picked off of our plants. We have them all inside sitting on racks, and then over the next couple weeks, they're slowly gonna ripen up and we'll be able to eat them or sell them. If your plants still have green tomatoes on them and the cold weather's coming, they're not a complete loss. Bring them inside and, you know, most of them will actually ripen. My goal for the market this week is to send 40 bouquets down to the market with Ian, and then I also want to make another 10 bouquets for our roadside stand. I think that we're going to sell a lot of flowers, and I definitely have enough to put that together. There's a lot of flowers in here. One of the flowers that is new this year here on the farm is sedum, and I have been hoarding it. Lots of people use this when it's closed and green as a filler, but I knew I wanted it for this time of year in the fall when things started to get more limited, and I'm very happy to have it. It's gorgeous and I love it. It can also be frost tolerant, so I wanted to have it to see how it did in the cool weather, to see if I could maybe extend my flower sales past the frost. But I have like 300 of them, so now is the time to start using them. This week, I'm gonna put together a sedum and Dusty Miller bouquet that I did last week. It's just very simple. I just put them like this, and then I'm gonna add white sunflowers. I have a bunch of these white sunflowers right now. And so it's just gonna mostly be this just mass of sedum and then a pop of color. These are so big that I've been kind of weaving flowers into it. I really like the look of this. It's simple, but it's kind of romantic and fun. And I wish every bouquet went together as quickly as this bouquet goes together, because it's a fast one. Very quick, very easy, but I really like the look of it. And they sold really well last week, and they've been selling well at the farm stand. So I think they'll be perfect for someone's Thanksgiving table. Not every bouquet that I make is as easy as that last one, but this one is. I have been hoarding my purple kale that got super aphidy, so I couldn't sell it for food for this time of year. Also, it's also very frost tolerant, and you know, how cool is that? And look at this, it's like so tall. And then I have like a million of these double sunflowers. So I've been doing another one that is like these mixed together, which I think looks super cool. Ian said this sold very well last week. There. What do you think? Is that pretty cool? I like it. We picked every single dahlia on the property because they're so, you know, they're so frost intolerant. And so I have a bunch of these really pretty dinner plate dahlias, and so they're decadent and fun. So I think we should throw together a bouquet with these. Got lots of this filler this week. This is tarragon. This is Russian tarragon. And then I'm gonna grab some of these, one of these big Cosmo stems where none of the flowers are open. So something like that. Nice base to start with. I should put some snapdragons with it. Let's do a couple of these. And what else? Maybe a bit of texture. Put in a few of these straw flowers. Okay, and we'll finish it up with 2 more of these. We don't need too many extra things because these dahlias are actually worth a lot of money. So gotta keep it $20 worth. Can't load it up with too much. There we go. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the color on these. These were from Ian's garden. His beautiful dinner plate dahlias. It's pretty. Just simple. Let's do one more. I need to get an autumn one ready for the farm stand because I was up there and we don't have any autumn looking ones left. So let's put together something that's got those reds and yellows and browns. I'm gonna start with my hot biscuit amaranth, my brown that I'm obsessed with and I love. And then I'm gonna do a darker foliage. Okay, then let's throw in the yellow sunflower. And some red zinnias. Orange marigolds. Status. Then I'm gonna put in some Vecchia hiding in the back. Perfect Thanksgiving. There we go. Okay, this one needs to get wrapped right away to get up to the farm stand so it can sell. We need to have lots of options at the farm stand to encourage everyone to stop. I love it. I think it looks great. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, let's wrap that other one too. There. Don't they look great? I love the wrap. Just finishes them. These are gonna sell for sure. Okay, but I need to get to work. If I'm gonna get these 50 bouquets done, I gotta get to it. Super excited about how the dried flowers are going. This is our mountain. We have so much of it now and they are looking really beautiful. Like every time I look into this box, which is the one we're currently filling up, I get excited for the stuff I'll be able to do with it this winter. But like forever ago, I can't even remember how long ago it was, we put some flowers into silica beads to dry to get a different look. These are all hung to dry. The silica stuff makes a different look and we haven't pulled it out yet. So we should open that up and see what it looks like because this is gonna be our last chance to load it up since this is the last of the fresh flowers. So we've had it drying for a super long time, must be dry now. And I think we're genius when we set up this to dry. What we did is we put this piece of metal in so that we can just lift it and it'll empty out really easily. So let's do this. Ooh. This is a dahlia. Ooh, so pretty. How about that? Colors look so good. Another one. Whoa, look at the color. Oh, I really like it. Oh, look at that double. Let's do side-by-side comparison to show the difference. Double sunflower in silica versus double sunflower hung to dry. Little bit different. Little bit of a different look there. This one versus this one. There's the two different zinnias. Hanging to dry versus silica. We're heading outside. Thanksgiving is a market where different stuff sells than what normally sells. As I said earlier, food that you have to cook never sells, but food that you have to cook sells for Thanksgiving. And another thing that we grow, which I don't even know why I bother because it never sells, is herbs. Can't sell herbs, but people are always looking for herbs on Thanksgiving, so we are gonna pick some parsley. I got a little patch of parsley here, and we're also gonna pick sage because everyone needs fresh sage for their stuffing and their turkey. And we're gonna get some loaded into the farm stand, and then we're also gonna send some off to the market. Smells so fresh. I love parsley. You gotta get the sage. This one's my purple sage. You should do like, and the sage bran butter. So good. Let's go stock up our roadside stand with these herbs. In our last video, we showed the grand opening of our roadside stand. And now it's been about 2 weeks of selling out of it, so I'll give you a little bit of an update. We have been really happy with how it's going so far. You know, the only way that people discover the stand is by driving by and getting tempted to pull over. It's very small, so it's, you know, people need to drive by it a lot of times before, you know, they really realize what it is. But despite that, we are getting pretty good sales. On the weekend that just passed, we had $300 in sales. We've had lots of days where we're doing $70, $80. A lot of the sales are coming from the flowers, which, I mean, they look amazing. So I understand why. But we are seeing some of the food selling as well too. Ideally, we'd like the stand to be able to do, you know, a couple $100 a day. But considering it's end of the season, which is always slower, and you know, it's the first kind of pop-up that we're doing on it, we are really happy and we're excited to see what it's gonna do next year. But these bouquets aren't gonna make themselves, so let's get back to work. Well, I'm finished making the bouquets for the night. I ended up making 45 bouquets for the farmer's market, and I also have 6 bouquets that I have done ready to stock into the farm stand tomorrow morning. I think we are going to end up selling a lot of flowers. I can feel it. You know, they look so good. How could everyone not want these on their Thanksgiving table? I'm feeling really hopeful and really excited for the market this week.
It's 5:30 in the morning and it is time for another market. I've got the truck all packed up. We're actually bringing a ton of food this week because so much got harvested before the frost, and since this is the Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, we actually do sell more food than we normally do, so hopefully we can have a really good market. Serena made 45 bouquets, so if we can sell out of flowers, that's like $900 right there. And then, all we need is to sell like $700 in food, and we can get up to, just smashing that $1,500 goal. But now it is time for me to hit the road. Let's get to this. Well, it's 8:15. I am all set up, and the sales have already started to roll in. We're almost at $100, and flowers are selling like crazy already. Most of that money is flowers. Sold 4 bouquets, so I think that today could be a pretty good day.
I got down to the market. It is about 11 o'clock, and Ian has been selling like crazy. We are almost sold out of the bouquets. We only have 5 left. I made 45, so that's really exciting. And the food is selling great too. We are on track for doing the 1,500 that I thought we'd be able to make.
They're $20.
It's official, we are sellouts. No flowers. It is only 15 more minutes until the market ends, and we are currently at $13.50, so not quite, what the goal was, but it feels pretty good. Feels pretty amazing to have sold out of 45 bouquets. Lots of food has gone. We brought a lot down. We knew we weren't going to sell it all, but it definitely feels like we're going back with light bins at least. We made $1,405, which is pretty good. That's not very far off from what we were hoping to do. And more importantly, we're flower sellouts. no big deal. We're a bunch of sellouts. But this isn't the only place we're selling today. As we've been here down at the market, the farm stand has been opened, and I know we've had people messaging us over on Instagram asking about it, so we gotta get home and we need to check and see how much we're selling at the farm stand today too. But the children are back. Ian's parents are currently visiting us, so they had been looking after the kids while we hung out at the market. But I need to grab these monsters and get them out of here so Ian can finish packing up. We just got back to the house and the farm stand was completely empty and I had $250 in it. So I've quickly made up a few more bouquets and I have to run up there and start restocking it because there's still lots more selling hours for the farm stand today. More. Okay, we are restocked and we are back in action. I now have a bunch of bouquets in here and the stand is looking really good. We've sold, another $50 while I've been making up these bouquets. We're doing really good in the stand and I'm excited to see what'll keep selling, kind of later into the day. Super excited. We've had frost, almost everything is dead, but the rudbeckia, for some strange reason, survived. And so I'm out here and it looks like I'm gonna be able to get a whole bucket of these. Ian and I were just saying we've been so happy with the rudbeckia. This, I feel like this started early June and we've picked buckets and buckets out of it every single week. It's definitely a pretty incredible flower. We're going to be growing more of it next year. This specific variety is Indian Summer. It is Sunday and we're still desperately trying to keep up with the flower sales at the roadside stand. Yesterday we sold almost $400 at the roadside stand, which is incredible. That means we bring our total up to about $1,800 for just yesterday. And then so far we've already sold over $100. And so I'm getting some more bouquets going because today is the day lots of people celebrate for Thanksgiving. So it'll be very convenient for them to pull over, grab a bouquet on their way to dinner. As long as we can keep up with it, we're actually running out of flowers. We picked absolutely everything we had because of frost, and I'm getting close to not having enough to put more bouquets together. So I'm really excited, and I'm excited to see what our total for the weekend's going to be. We're all stocked up with the flowers. The stand is looking good again. So here's to more selling.
It is now the holiday Monday, and at our roadside stand this weekend, we have sold over $900, bringing our total for the weekend, with the farmer's market included, up to $2,300, which is awesome. That's probably our best weekend selling ever. So that's really promising for the future of this roadside stand and the future of our farm. Really exciting for us. But now we are going to take a break and we're going to take the kids to a local apple orchard to go pick some apples for our Thanksgiving weekend.
I look out across the water, I smell the song, I feel the breeze. But in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind gonna